Thrifting ain't easy, unless you're watching me. Welcome! You're watching the Thrift Store Rundown, where we bring Hollywood home on a budget. It's that time of year again, what I like to call the puppy days of summer vacation. Not necessarily the dog days where summer starts to wind down, but the days where summer starts to think about winding down. As a matter of practicality, we'll call this the halfway mark, but still, this is the time where we kick our relaxation or adventuring into overdrive. And as always, we start in the kitchen. Preferably in a beachside condo of yours, but you gotta do what you gotta do, where you gotta do it. And hopefully, with the spirit of this tall glass of summer Chardonnay flowing through you. Katie Lee is no stranger to TSR, but it's been quite a spell since we've done a video about the co-host of Food Network's The Kitchen and the host of Cookie Channel's Beach Bites, which, by association with Beachwear and Beach Eats, is probably the sexiest show they have on that network. Anyway, today I bring you Katie Lee's Easy-Breezy Eats, aka the Endless Summer Cookbook. In fact, the hardcover version of this very same book is the Endless Summer Cookbook. This softcover version is just known as Easy-Breezy Eats. Same recipes, same amount of recipes, same sunny spirit. This Abrams publication was picked up for $3.99. Lucy Savor, food photographer extraordinaire, did quite a masterful job, not just with the recipes, but with the portraits. And I gotta say, that's quite a sunny portrait. The recipes are divided as follows. Morning fuel, breakfast and brunch, light meals, burgers, tacos, and pizza. Cocktail hour, dinner, sides, and desserts. Let's get started right away with some morning fuel by way of breakfast bread. That's actually her take on breakfast pizza. Kind of like a pizza with eggs on it. This will make 4 pieces, and if you prefer shortcuts, use store-bought naan instead of making homemade. Next up, light pizza for breakfast. It doesn't get any better than that, but what about lobster Reubens for lunch? I would say that this is partially inspired by Beach Bites. These lobster Reubens, a lobster roll with benefits, will make 4 sandwiches, inspired by the Hamptons of all places. Next up, we have here fish tacos with creamy chipotle sauce and pico de gallo. That'll serve 4 to 6. Up until now, I didn't know that Katie Lee was actually a novelist too. She has a book out called Groundswell. I think we should try and find Groundswell. That'll be a good challenge. Hey, I have Sandra Lee's The Recipe Box novel, and Katie Lee's the second person I've heard of to go from cookbook author to novelist. Non-fiction novelist, I should say. I'm up for a good challenge. And so begins the hunt. Up next, a couple of cocktails. So obviously we're in the cocktail hour here. We have frozen blueberry daiquiri, which will serve 4, and watermelon rum punch, which will serve double that, 8, and it will make about 2 quarts. In case of the frozen blueberry daiquiri, it's a cocktail packed with antioxidants. I would say it's this tall drink of blueberry right here, and this would be the watermelon rum punch. Blueberry left, watermelon rum right. Here is a 1-pan center stage meal called skillet paella. Katie has this fantasy of building a fire in the yard and making a huge traditional paella, or paella, then carrying it to the table and serving it family style. She usually makes hers in a skillet, which works perfectly well, but if you have a paella pan, go for it. Either way, that'll serve 4, and that is definitely 1 centerpiece in the making for that's big summer cookout. That's a nice change of pace from all the grilled fare, although there's plenty of that in here, I promise you. We also have here quinoa tabbouleh, which will serve 6 to 8. We're in the side dishes section. And it's kind of fun to actually serve it in Chinese takeout containers for a fun day at the beach, or at the park, or wherever. Quinoa tabbouleh. That's a nice change of pace from the usual summer salads, although they are included here as well. And finally, in desserts, we have here cherry chocolate chunk cookie and cherry ice cream sandwiches. Yes, it's double the cherries with a singular amount of chocolate, and yet everything's flowing equally harmoniously to create quite a refreshing change of pace from those s'mores you might be having too much of. Anyway, that is to say, we have a usual mix of typical beachside eats, along with some signature KDD recipes, as signature as they will be, to try and balance everything out. Would I say it's an equal balance? I don't know. What I will say is that the photography is delicious. And well, Katie's stories of her time spent beachside, eating nasi, and of course, just enjoying her best life. They're all present here, and they just flow through almost seamlessly. Katie Lee, co-host of Food Network's The Kitchen and host of Cookie Channel's Beach Bites with Katie Lee, so now we know how this came about. Beach Bites came before this cookbook. It's known for unfussy, delicious recipes. Easy-Breezy Eats collects more than 100 of her summertime favorites, perfect for long, lazy days at the beach or simple, warm weather gatherings. This garnered rave reviews from her Food Network and Cookie Channel colleagues Bobby Flay, Jeffrey Zacharian, fellow kitchen co-host Michael Simon, and Rachel Ray. There you go. It retails for $19.99 in the US and $24.99 in Canada. The one difference between this and the hardcover Endless Summer Cookbook, which I also spotted a few times at Red, White, and Blue Thrift Store in Patterson, is that there's a few more photographs at the front and back, but paid a little extra up front for just a few more photographs. Even though Katie Lee is as sizzling as she is bubbly, I don't see the point really, unless it's autographed. In that case, I will definitely level up. But until then, 4.5 out of 5 claps. That's it. Easy-Breezy, teeny-weeny yellow polka dot Bellini. Is there such a thing as a polka dot Bellini? I don't know, I don't care. I just didn't want to say the obvious. But that's it. If you want to savor every last morsel of the puppy days of summer vacation, take it easy with Katie. Thanks for tuning in. Just so you know, there's no limit to bringing Hollywood home on a budget. Please go ahead and check out another awesome review like this one by clicking here, and make sure you subscribe by clicking here. Until next time, I'll catch you, as I always do, on the flip side.